All right, so first question, we're going to list out the coordinates for each point and then say which quadrant it is in. Let's just go ahead and label the quadrants real quick. This is quadrant 1, the top right, and then you just go around. Some people will say it's like a letter C, like how you go around, but this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Technically, they're supposed to be Roman numerals, but if you write just a number, that's fine. Is that what you're going to ask? Yeah. I would never mark that wrong. They're technically supposed to be Roman numerals, but whatever, right? If you get the correct answer, then fine, that's fine. So A, right here, we went left, it looks like 3, and then up 4. So the point is -3, 4, and it's quadrant 2. Oh, quadrant or axis. If it lands exactly on an axis, you would just say X or Y. This one is X, this one is Y. All right, so what are your coordinates for point B, everybody?
0, 2.
Good, 0, 2. Now that's not in a quadrant. Which axis? Good, Y axis. You just put the letter Y, it's the Y axis. All right, and then C is good, 2, -2, and in quadrant 4. So do you see how I labeled everything? Just label everything. I'm crazy about labeling stuff. I even do that like all the way up through calculus. It just helps if you can see everything, okay? For this one, domain. I know it looks like the arrows are pointing down, but look, do you get that these are going to go left and right forever and off the paper and down the hall, like forever and ever and ever? Do you remember what letter we used for that? That means everything.
The 3 things.
So it looks like, so it's going to be X and it looks like a little 3 or a sideways E. And then what letter? R, which means reals. It means all real numbers is what that is. All real numbers. And you have to use X for domain. Range is Y. Now that's not going to be all reals. Hey guys, just look. I don't have a better explanation than pointing to it. What Y value does this start at? 3. And you want everything below. So it's Y is less than or equal to 3. If it was going up, you would have greater than or equal to 3. All right, and then is it a function, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, you guys just reviewed that on your Desmos activity. All right, this one, we're going to circle all of the ordered pairs. So that means there could be more than one answer that you could add in and have it still be a function. So your x's can't repeat. Look, you have -1, 7, -9, and 2. So you can't pick anything with those numbers in. So could you include this first point? No, because it's got a -1. Could you include the second one?
Yes.
Yeah, 4 will not make it repeat. How about 6? Yeah, we can include that. And then how about 7? No, you don't even look at the Y values. Just look at the X values. All right, so go ahead and flip over. So we're going, now this one's going to take a bit longer because we have to represent it all the different ways. So we're going to represent the relation as ordered pairs, a table, and a mapping. It's going to feel redundant because you're sort of just writing the same thing over and over again, okay? Let's go left to right to stay organized. What is the coordinate for that first point? Good, -3, 1. And then the next one, -2, -3. And I won't mark them wrong no matter what order you write them in. It's just to stay organized, I'm doing left to right. All right, and then this one is 2, what point is that? 2, 4, it doesn't matter. And then 2, -2. And then the fifth one is 4, 2. So it's X and then Y. You're left to right and then up and down. Now you're going to take those and just repeat them in a table. You're going to write X, Y, and literally just copy them over. I'm not going to read them to you again because that's annoying. Just take those numbers and copy them. I'm going to draw that for you. That's the thing with the circles. Just hold on a second. I'll let everyone rewrites that.
Oh, I don't have to rewrite that one.
Now for a table, you do. For a table, you write all of them. So just literally copy them. It's for the mapping that we won't repeat them. Okay. I'm gonna hand you a quiz at the end of this vlog. Okay,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
It's exactly like a classwork, except you do it by yourself. It's the only difference. It's your grade for the day, right? So mapping is the thing with the circles. Draw your two big circles. All the X's are gonna go in the first one, all the Y's are gonna go in the second one. Now, this is where you don't repeat them. So when you go to write your X's, I'm just looking at the table here. We have -3, -2, 2, and 4. You don't write it twice. That's the only thing people ever miss on this, because you're just recopying what's there, right? And then all of the Y numbers, and I don't think any of those repeat, so just copy them all over. And then this is the thing you were doing in Desmos, is you're just drawing the arrows from one number to the, you're mapping one number to the other. So -3 goes to 1,
Wouldn't be.
-2 goes to -3. You're correct, but hold on a second. 2 goes to 4, and then 2 also goes to -2. So you have 2 arrows coming off of that one. And then 4 goes to 2. Also, as a heads up, we won't use our calculators on this quiz because there's nothing that you need to calculate. You're literally just recopying what's there. So we won't need our calculators for it.
Oh, you could have.
Now, I heard somebody already say this is no, not a function, and that's correct. Why? Because the 2 repeats. It has 2 arrows coming off of it. All right, domain is X equals, range is Y equals. If you don't draw that thing, I wasn't drawing the swirly bracket thing with the X and the bar. As long as you have an X equals and a Y equals, I'm happy. And as long as all the X numbers are there, I'm happy. They should technically go in order, smallest to biggest, which is what we have these. So it'll be -3, -2, 2, and 4. Again, you don't repeat them. For the mapping and the domain and range, you don't repeat them. That's the only thing people ever really miss them. Let's try and put the Y's in order though. Look at these. What is the most negative one? So the smallest one. -3, good. And then -2. All right, now those are your negative ones done. Now we're on the positive ones. So next would be 1, and then 2, and then 4. But again, if you have them all there, I'll give you credit, obviously, but there's technically supposed to be in numeric order.